You're listening to Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together with your host, Gina Pagnata Murphy and Ebony Walton.
Well, top of the day to you. And my co-host said, open the door, but if she opened the door, a bird might fly in here. Then she said, ain't no sense of cutting the air on because it'd be too late before the air reach up here.
Hey.
Then we don't have no fan. And the lights. I'm a big girl. I need some air.
She should have woke up and came in on time.
Oh,
That's what she should have did.
Listen, I
Nothing.
was up to 3 a.m. What was I doing for this union and our members? Finalizing a memorandum of understanding to get approved by law, HR, and the mayor. Anyway, welcome.
Hi,
Today
y'all.
is June 7th, and you are online with Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together. And today is Truthful Tuesday. I am your host, Gina Pagnata Murphy, president of Pace.
And I am your co-host, Ebony Walton, vice president of PACE. And this show is for City of Atlanta employees, whether new or seasoned, classified or non, teleworkers or on-site. This platform was to bring awareness to all things in the city, whether good or bad, in hopes to finding a resolve.
Let's talk about it. So, we apologize we didn't make it last week. And I know I got a lot of texts.
too.
I got texts. People were really like, where are y'all?
Yeah.
You know? But
Holiday.
it was a holiday and we decided to be safety precautions, you know. She went somewhere and out of town or something.
And you,
I ain't
so
gonna-
blame it all on me?
Yeah. So we decided to safety distance just to make sure, you know, just, you know. But anyway, we realized so far we're good. So we decided we're back. Glad to be back. Missed you, Abby. Even though we talk on the phone every day.
Yeah.
Oh, we were together.
Yes.
So I forget. I'm getting old. Blame it on the age. Blame it on the age. Anyway, I'm giving a disclaimer. As you see in the front of our podcast, we always give a disclaimer that all the views and opinions of this podcast is not necessarily views and opinions of our national, international union or the city of Atlanta. It is only our views and opinions, and we will say allegedly, factually. So, because I'm 65 and I'll say what comes off my mind. Bleep, 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 bleep.
And I'm not 65, but
Getting there. Anyway,
the
the
long
movie.
way. The
Mhm.
long way.
Anyway, but you having hot flashes too. Anyway, we did not see a movie this week because I binge watch on a lot of stuff that y'all don't look at, like game show. I'm an advocate follower of The Chase. Oh my God, I love it. Anyway, that's the new version of Jeopardy. Can't stand Jeopardy. But we're recommending, and here is a little bit of trivia thing we want you to do. Not trivia, but maybe something like action for us. We're going to recommend Jurassic World Dominion and Top Gun Maverick. They're out, and we want you to go this weekend and look at either one of those movies or both and chat us for the next week when we talk about it. Let us know how you feel. And the first ones that can send something to us that they saw it and give us a little bit of, you know, we don't want to know, don't movie spoil, but just tell us, you know, what it was about or how you liked it. Was it good? Rate it 1 to 5. 5 is the best.
You gonna go see it?
Yeah, I'm going to see both of them.
All right.
Yeah, but I want to see, you know, if we
I
got
wanna
some
see
people that went in there. Oh, yeah, you want to go together?
What day though?
Mhm.
I'll be working
Well,
all this week. 3/11.
we just might have to talk about it offline.
Yeah.
Might have to do a sick day.
Offline.
Anyway.
Now you think you did, Trevor.
Yeah, do a sick day, go to the movie. But anyway, but I used to do that back in the day, not really back, you know, but
Yeah.
you know, when I was a real advocate of Star Trek, remember the Spock and all of them way back in the day. Oh, what you talking about? When that movie first come out, when that movie day, I was right there, grand opening.
My was the New Moons with the vampires and the werewolf movies.
I got
used to
sick of them after the
go out
second
the,
one.
I used
That
to take them out of
trilogy.
school to go see them.
Anyway, you might have a gift. Go check out the movies and text us, email us, and let us know you went and seen it, and you know. So, what we got, Ebony?
The inspiration moment or inspiration positive moment, whatever we want to call it, is if you want the rainbow, sometimes you're going to have to put up with the rain.
That's a hard one there.
But it's true.
I want the rainbow.
And the
but
rainbows
God,
are so pretty when you see it afterwards.
But you know
That
what?
rain doing.
When you get older and you get to my age, and I'm not saying anything wrong with my age, but you get to the point where if people that are around you that don't have common sense or they just flabbergasting, I don't know. I just don't have the patience for them, and I shut them down. And I don't mean to. I don't mean to. It just come out. I want the rainbow, but sometimes I don't want the rain.
Yeah, but you got to have the rain.
The
Rainbow doesn't come without the rain. You're not gonna have a rainbow.
I just want to see the rainbow because you ain't gonna sit up there and waste my time with mess. Oh,
You took
okay.
it to
Yeah,
a
I
whole
said.
nother-
Oh, I did.
Yes,
Okay.
you did.
You said to be good today. I'm gonna be good today.
I don't think you know how. I don't think you know
So,
how.
the song of the week. The song of the week. Y'all, let me tell you something. Now I'm gonna be in a little partial because I love. Listen, let me tell you something. I'll leave my husband for him.
Who is him?
Bruno Mars. Bruno walk in that door right now. Leave the door open. Anyway, the song of the week is Love Train. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all know Love Train back in the day, the ones that know about my age around there, Love Train, you don't know nothing about Love Train. You don't know nothing about the song. That was a good song. But Silk Sonic redid this. OMG. Let me tell you, Spencer, when you come on, you got to know about the Love Sonic Love Train. We're going to play a little bit. We don't own the rights to this music, but y'all need to go check that video out and check this song out. This brought back. Remember, they're off the chain. Silk Sonic is back. Bruno Mars is on Silk Sonic. Don't that sound like the song? Yeah. Oh my goodness. They used to be talking about it. I don't know what kind of version you got, but are they on there? Wait a minute. That sound like the real deal.
That sounds like what's real though. Maybe he's playing their piece and then he's gonna come over. That's the real piece. You think the closer you get to it, you're gonna know they're gonna
No, I'm reading. No, that's Silk Sonic.
This is Bruno Mars. That was real.
No, it wasn't. That is Silk Sonic. That's why I'm so excited. They sound just like girl, I know my group.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know you're right. I gotta hold on. Woo! How they do it? You do like this. This how they do it on the video. No, check this out. Yes, you check it, then you go to the other side. Okay, you can listen. Woo! You hear how they stop? Listen, y'all. When I heard that and saw that video, I fell out my bed. I said, what? I backed it up. It sounds just like the original folks. Come function. I mean, I was like mouth wide open. Silk Sonic is bad. Please, Silk Sonic. Anybody out there to hear this podcast and know somebody, tell them that Gina said, y'all be safe. Stay healthy. Don't do no drugs. Don't get drunk. Just be musicians. Give us that music that we missing from all the years without all of that beat bopping and stuff. Come back and stay strong because Gina loves you. Mama love you. I ain't got no money because I ain't got no money, but I love you. But anyway, y'all check it out. It's nice.
All right.
So, moment of silence 4. We have any sick and shut in or
No,
haven't
I
heard
don't know.
anything.
That's a
Thank
good
the
thing.
Lord.
That's a good thing.
But for all those that we don't know about that's going through some issues or going through some mental issues and health issues, your family members, friends, anybody, pastors, anybody,
They human too.
they're human too. We are give a moment for silence that you will be healed in grace and mercy of God. All by your heads. Okay. So let's get ready for the inspirational. It's time to hear some words of wisdom as he shares tidbits on Women's History Year. And it is the motivational,
Diabolical.
the diabolical, the articulate, the love trained master of himself,
Mr.
Spencer Cross.
That is. What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, listen. That confunction, you know, they were taking your soul when your soul was ice cold. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, they was making that thing right. Oh, my God, man. See, yeah. You got to know a little something to know about confunction. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
know a little something when we talk about confunction. Hey, listen, y'all, we doing that whole Women's Year thing. You understand what I'm saying? And today, y'all, we're going to talk about somebody that you possibly know. I don't know if you know or not, but I'm talking about, you know, the president, the older president. I'm talking about Roosevelt. Let's talk about his wife, Eleanor Roosevelt, okay? You know, she helped shape some of the reform programs of the Great Depression era, and she often sat in for her husband at political meetings. You know, Eleanor Roosevelt supported rights for women and African Americans as she befriended activists such as Mary McLeod Bethune. She also served as First Lady. You know, her husband's first 4 terms in office, which included the Great Depression and World War II. Now, after her husband's death, Eleanor was appointed to serve as the U.S. representative to the newly created United Nations. She wrote the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was passed in 1948. Now, she died in 1962 and is buried in New York. Hey, listen, we're gonna do this thing all year long. We're giving it up to the women. Ebony, I want to give it up to you, and I want to give it up to you. I mean, I'm glad you went across the pond and made it back. And I'm just glad to see everybody's doing okay. Gina, I'm glad you're doing well too. I mean, understand that I'm so glad I'm not your husband and Bruno Mars walk in. Lord have mercy. But anyway, listen, y'all, we're doing our thing, and I'm so happy to be a part of this podcast. Listen, thank you so much for your time this time. And until the next time, I hope it's better than the last. And as my dad would always say, you're never out of business when you mind your own. This is your boy Croft right here at Radio Connection with Pace, where it all comes together. We'll holler at y'all in a little bit.
Bye, Spencer.
Bye.
Bye, Spencer. We sure appreciate you.
Yeah, baby. He'd have been my husband. I left him for Bruno Mars. I'll tell you right now, Bruno, I'm sorry. Anybody, I take my conviction. It's just something about Bruno will remind me of my
He's such a
young
happy
days.
person. He seems to be a happy person.
Yeah.
Just a real genuine
Yeah.
person.
He's still with his girlfriend, though. I be watching, I follow him. He's got his girlfriend. She's African American part.
Did you know? Did you know?
I got a moment.
See, yeah, you did. Your eyes went somewhere. I don't know what happened to him, but they did.
I'm ready to run her off.
You ever had been a little young man?
I used to be like this with Billy D. Williams. Girls,
He
was
was very handsome.
there.
He was handsome.
Now that
Is
faded.
he still around?
Yeah. He wear glasses about this thick though.
Oh,
But he's still fine though. It's just something about that man when he said, "What's the matter? You know, like gardenias."
He knew me like Denzel Washington. I like
Baby, he had the money like this. What's the matter? You know, like gardenias. But anyway, let's get to
Did you know?
Did you know?
Okay, now I know you have the little pill bottles.
Yeah, I need a bigger one so I can put my vitamin C in it because I keep forgetting to take that.
So you know the cotton ball that goes into the pill bottles, when you open it, there's a little cotton ball.
Oh, that kind of pill ball. Okay.
Those, yeah. What's the cotton ball used for? Do you know?
I thought it would keep it from shaking out.
It keeps it to protect the pills during shipping.
Okay.
But if you leave it in there, they say you're supposed to remove that cotton ball.
Right.
Because it causes moisture and it makes your pills deteriorate faster. I didn't know that. Did you? No. Did you know that? No.
So the moral of the story is to take the cotton ball out. Well, how big? So you mean to tell me
once it's been shipped, then you don't need the cotton ball anymore. It's just for shipping.
So are you telling me and our studio audience?
I'm just telling you what the
that you leave your cotton ball in the pill bottle?
A lot of people do.
Do you?
I don't use pills like that. I don't get pills shipped. The pills that I get are prescribed by pharmacy. So,
but over the counter, when you buy that stuff over the counter, you get cotton in.
I take them out because it's aggravating. It cools.
Okay. Yeah, I take mine out too.
A lot of people obviously don't.
But I didn't know
they
that.
put that in there.
Okay.
It creates moisture. So today is first. The month of June is number 1, National PTSD Awareness Day.
That's mine. Yeah.
And we keep saying we're going to have a discussion about it, and we are. But we want to make sure everybody's lined up to. We want EAP on. We want to have some real good services for you guys.
I wonder if I can find someone for the military because we got a lot of veterans out there too that can talk about PTSD because a lot of times PTSD is for been only recognized with veterans.
Now you know what I would love to have. I would love to have and I know you don't mind talking about it, but like a firefighter or an officer, those people that are in those high stress jobs, to actually give them the platform and let them talk. You just let them have a moment to talk. You never know who it might be. If they want to.
If they feel comfortable about talking, because even with me, I've been diagnosed officially with PTSD from the military recently, past since pandemic. And it is an uncomfortable thing to talk about because it deals with mental illness. And when people say mental illness, a lot of folks are,
it's just a negative stigma.
It's a negative stigma. But after my therapy of a year, I'm still growing in it. But I had to first realize what I was feeling, then accept the fact of what my diagnosis was. And then I was able to go through the therapy, and which is hard, but you don't get rid of it. You just find ways of controlling it and what triggers it. And some people have to take medication stronger, but PTSD is something, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, we do. We also, because I think, like I said, that right there would help other people to talk about it. Even like within the 911, those operators, they listen and hear, and they take some of that stuff home, sometimes unknowingly, and then something triggers or something happens, and it's a response from something that they took a call previously. Or officers, you see officers, firefighters, EMTs, they on the scene, they see some horrific stuff. Investigators, they have to go out there. You have all of it. So
and see, EAP is great for the city. That's part of our benefits. But when you're dealing with PTSD, in my opinion, you gotta have therapy which is diagnosed, that is dedicated to PTSD. And that therapist have to have the education and just anybody can't talk about PTSD.
EAP will give you so much, and then they'll refer you out.
That's what I'm saying. Because there's some things that we, different
but we're going
options for that.
We definitely want to talk about it. We got to get into it. Also, June is the month of soul food. So
that's why I've been eating so much. Girl, I've been listening. No, seriously.
Because it's the month of soul food. You've been eating
not
that you're taking the extra medications to make you crave more food or anything like that, or, just age, or you just won't eat. But because it's June.
Oh, wow, you hit below that belt. I don't know, but I just been wanting, I didn't want no hamburgers. I've been wanting real food. I've been telling you that. Maybe that, isn't that something? So it's a reason why they came up.
2 weeks ago. How was that? My fail.
But that was Give me that meat. But I've been wanting like turkey wings
Oh, yeah.
and sweet potatoes and I went and
And in
got.
summertime, it's so heavy though. I don't like to cook heavy. Sometimes I do, but in the summertime, I don't want to.
You like that
heavy
rabbit?
all the
Everybody
time.
cooks rabbit food lately because she was going on this trip across the water and she wanted to look fine in her dress. So I didn't eat for 2 weeks.
Whatever. I lost some weight though, but y'all know that we have a Instagram, not Instagram. We have a Twitter. So Radio Connection with Pace on Twitter. I think it's Radio Connect, Pace Union. It's Pace Union on Twitter. So if y'all cook those big meals, soul food for this month,
Put it on Twitter, so yeah, we have to see
put us
it.
on so we can see it.
I can't cook it, but I get everybody to do it, taste it. Or if you're really feeling like you love us, you can cook something, drop us a plate off. You know, you go to one place, I pick it up.
Also, it's Rose Month, Chocolate Ice Cream Month, Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Month for the month of June.
Wait, chocolate ice cream.
Today is Ice Cream Day. I'm sorry. Today is chocolate ice cream.
You know, I
don't
love
like
ice cream, but it makes my stomach up a lot.
I don't do
And I
chocolate
love
ice
chocolate.
cream.
Chocolate, sherbet, any kind of
I
sherbet.
love sherbet. Oh, I
Any kind of
love that rainbow.
But you know that Italian ice that they have on the
That's
corner?
good.
It's all right, but it ain't the real Italian ice from New York.
No, I haven't been there yet. One day I'll go. So, but
You don't
today
go now.
is World Caring Day,
Okay, care about you. Mm-hmm.
the Chocolate Ice Cream Day,
Mm-hmm.
and National VCR Day.
I still
Now,
got
you
one.
remember? Do you?
Mm-hmm. And the tapes.
I
Mhm.
still have my my last,
She
my
can't
only
even
marriage.
figure
I
out what
can't
it
even
is.
say it. I can't, sure can't. But we had, it was video, they videoed it.
Beta?
No, my wedding was on a VCR. It was on a cassette tape.
Yeah. What about it?
I still have that.
Oh,
My
you
mom
still,
does. I
you
don't
still have the VCR?
the tape. No, my mama just threw all that out.
My
last
VCR
2
is
weeks, I
vintage.
think.
And I still have a CD player. Got 2 of them. Y'all
Now I
know
have a
that
CD
Blu-ray. Y'all remember that?
I still
Everybody?
have lots of CDs.
Yeah,
That
I'm
Blu-ray
giving
was
that stuff
the
up.
best.
I'm not getting that up.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, city news, you guys. I know you all have been hearing that Tyler Perry is having some type of barbecue, picnic, something to show gratitude to the police and the services that they provide. It will be June 18th from noon to 5. Check your city emails for more details.
Hold on.
What?
I guess this age getting ready to come out. I'm doing a disclaimer right now because
Please
this
do.
is my opinion and my views. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. When he first came out, I always said, why don't Tyler Perry do something for the city employees when we were hollering for raises and stuff like that?
You just recently said something.
And even before he bought that, what you call that place down there for his studio.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why don't you got enough money, you flying everybody in there, you sending food over there when they had the storms and all that. I mean, great, kudos to you. But why couldn't you drop a dime to your employees of the city of Atlanta, the unclassified one? Great, thank you. Looking out for the police. What about the fire? But what about E911? What about the sanitation workers? What about the teleworkers? What about any city worker? We would like to eat too. We just sat here and said, I'm hungry. Can somebody reach out to Tyler Perry and say the president of the union pays is hungry?
All the time.
All the time. I'm through.
She hungry all the time.
All right.
Fort McPherson, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Took my board away, but go ahead.
Tomorrow's going to be the last day that they do the Wednesday night basketball, 3201 Martin Luther King Jr.
Wonder who won? Who won? I always said I wouldn't go. Yeah. But they ought to do it again,
They should have kept it going through the summer.
Mayor Reed, beat me. Mayor Dre, why don't you do a bid whist and spade tournament? Yeah, so people like me in my age can play. Crickets? Okay.
Some people do like to play though. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. I'm in a bid whist club.
They do.
I don't really do. I play spades, but not like tournament. But I am involved in a bid whist club, and some of those folks are really advocate. They travel everywhere. I don't do traveling. They go to Chicago, Washington. I mean, they come from everywhere. But maybe you ought to do something other than basketball for people like me that can't get out there. And I used to be good. That's where my nickname Gino came from.
Basketball.
Yeah, in college, because the coach used to call me Gino, Dino, get out there. She never.
I want us to have some type of aquatic center in the city.
They got that.
They do? Where?
Aquatic center. They got it all over the city.
No, for city employees, not in the city, not the recreation center, but for the city. They do.
Oh, now you talking about money. We trying to get raises. You talking about
Yeah, I
spending
would
more
like
money.
to do that for.
Put it in the new
exercise.
police.
Why you gotta be on police side?
The police building.
What about? Let's talk about some things. We just want.
Wait a minute, before we get into that, I got gossip.
Which,
Allegedly, what I read, check this out, y'all. Jada Pinkett Smith is asking for reconciliation of Chris Rock and Will Smith. Chris Rock was like, I ain't paying you no mind. He waiting on some money. And the money he waiting on for his first interview with Oprah Winfrey to talk about that slap. I don't blame him. He gonna get paid. Because everybody want to know how he feel. He's smart. I took that slap for about $50 million. But anyway, she got a lot of nerve, don't you think? My opinion. Anyway, and Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan split up. Now, I saw that coming. That's my opinion. I saw it coming because guess what? He's 10 years older than she is.
So, how old is she? How old is that?
He's 35. Wait a minute. I think he's 45 or 35, something like that. He's 10 years. She's 25 and he's 35. That's what it is. He almost reaching 40. So he's in a whole nother state of mind. That whole year and a half, in my opinion, he probably grew with pandemic and all that. He kind of got settled more, and she's still 25. 25? Really? You think somebody you gonna marry? 25. People that look like Miss Harvey, Lauren.
She's a cutie.
Yes, she's a cutie, but she's mirror image of her mama. My opinion. And then Steve allegedly said in something I read that, of course, he's going to be 100% his daughter. He
has to be.
He said, but he don't have nothing against Michael B. Jordan, but he loved the gifts. He ought to sit down and be quiet with his 65-year-old self, Steve Harvey. You shouldn't have said nothing like that. That's ugly.
Maybe he meant it in a different context. I don't know the context.
Well, I read it allegedly. But allegedly, again, it was said that both of them are still in love with each other. So I already know. Yeah, they're still in love with each other. So the bottom line is somebody ain't coming up to the party. Somebody ain't came to the table with the plate of barbecue. Tyler. One of them didn't have no barbecue. You need to go get both of them a barbecue plate.
I'm done.
She probably didn't take his last bit. See, that's a way that you can tell somebody love you. If you on that last good piece of meat on your plate, and your mate say, I want that piece of meat, and you be like, you better go to the pot and get you some more. Then you better leave them.
So they left each other because of piece of meat.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
They didn't give her the last McDonald's fry.
I'm just saying. There's something to make you think about. Okay. That's my tip.
Yeah. What would you say gets on your nerves at work?
Hey, everybody.
What that's your coworkers do. What is one thing? Oh, they have an aquatic center at Georgia Tech.
Okay, see, somebody just chatted in and told you that. So now you just take your little bathing suit, go on over there and swim with the fishes in the aquatic center. Well, what you going in the water for?
I like to get in the water. That's it. But give me something that like aggravates you the most. It's something that a coworker does.
Cough without covering their mouth or putting a mask on.
We had one cough the other day. Well, let's talk about.
Now you want to be specific.
What about going in the refrigerator and eating people's food?
Oh, that's a beat down.
Oh, I can't stand
What, girl? Listen,
I don't put it in
me, big girl. You eat my food and I'm hungry. I'm going to listen. I'm going to find out who ate my food because I'm going around smelling everybody's breath and see if I can smell whatever it is. I don't care. I'm gonna find out who ate my food. Cause we gonna have a problem. And I be hungry and probably broke, can't buy no more. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Y'all need to stop eating people food. Now, if you ain't got no food, call to you.
Stop putting laxes. What do you gonna do?
I mean, if they hungry, we ain't
gonna
gonna
make
give
some
them
of
no
them cheese
bread. No, we'll
sandwiches.
give it.
A little sandwich with some ham and a slice of cheese and some bread.
We got I got plenty of Velveeta cheese.
Oh, you eat Velveeta cheese on your sandwiches?
No, make cheese toast. But what I'm saying, what we can do is refer them to some places that give out food.
Oh, well, yeah, we can. We can.
Where's one that makes you, what, coworkers, make you know?
Always begging for food.
What?
People that
They begging you?
Oh, anybody.
Because you always bring food.
Not just me, I'm just saying, people that always beg for food, you hear it all the time. They always asking for food. And then when they bring something, they don't share.
Oh, well, then they
don't want to
cut
share
off
it
at
all.
the kneecap.
They don't want to share it all.
Another thing I don't like is coworkers that talk behind your back.
That's everywhere.
Them clicks. But don't get in my face and grin in my face and then get behind me and talk behind my back. Because guess what? I'm going to hear about it. You never know who I know.
You don't know who.
But you know what? I always say this, and I still say this. If I don't make 10 haters today, I haven't done my job.
I heard somebody mention that on the show, and they referenced Cat Williams about
Cat Williams, that's where I got it from. That's his comedy stand-up. And he's right. But I ain't gonna say how he said it. But if I can't make at least 10 haters today, I ain't doing my job. Cat Williams. Hey, they got to look at it. He's got a new one out too. A new stand-up comedy special.
Cat Williams.
Yeah.
I think I saw it on Netflix.
So let's talk about, we had our meeting with Commissioner Jeffrey Norman. And we talked about sick leave policies and time and attendance and raises and what's that other one we talked about? The MOU, a memorandum of understanding on unions operations throughout the city, sick leave policies. What is that other one we talked about?
City grace period.
Grace period, yes, grace periods. Now, some of the stuff that we've been operating, the city's been operating different departments on different things, and what the union is asking for is consistency, whether you do things or you don't do things, but it should be citywide implementation and it should be consistent so that all of HR will know what the rules are and all of the unions know what the rules are and the employees will know what the rules are. Right now, currently, we're asking for clarity, and we talked about this, and until it comes out in writing. But the way it's worded in the code for sick leave being out more than 3 days. Historically practices, if you're out more than 3 days, you come back to work on that 4th day, you were not entitled to you don't have to bring in a doctor's note unless you were already under some type of discipline and you knew in advance. However, the way the code really reads is if you out 3 or more. So technically, when you look at it, it's saying 2. But we talked with Commissioner Norman, and I went back and I looked at some of my old updated when Mayor Reed was in place and Yvonne Yancey was the Commissioner of HR. And I found the document where we've been operating on, but what it was to our MOU that made the changes, but it was never solidified by signatures. So that's what some of the union with PACE has happened. So we're ready to turn in our MOU by tomorrow morning. And in that, we are requesting that we have 3 consecutive days you can be out sick without having to bring in a doctor's note, because we don't need to make this complicated.
Yeah.
It is what it is, so you'll know. There's no gray area. We're asking for implementation of grace period, which that it can be mandated in writing that you have a 6-minute grace period or whatever that new system that they get ready to roll out that we still need to be a part of to see. That will be a grace period. Now, if you're late, you're late. That means if you're supposed to be to work at 8 and you come in at 8:01, okay, you're late, but you won't be docked and you won't be disciplined because you have a 6-minute grace. So let's just get it out the way, because the habitual late people, they're gonna still be late. You don't have to rush to do discipline. You just sit back in the cut and wait. And then you start following with progressive steps of discipline. Also, we talked about on the new employee orientation that we were asked that they're doing it virtual. You know, when they don't do it virtual, we can be at the table. When they do it virtual, we can do a video clip and send it to them, and they will play the clip of PACE introducing us to new employees. But what I put in the MOU is that one of the changes that I'm requesting is what sense does it make for us to be in the MOU at the new employee orientation if they can't join the union because they're probation? So I took that out and put that they can join at the onset that they begin their benefits, that they can get health care costs or whatever, that they'll be able to join the union. And that they will have the opportunity so that, you know, unless they're doing something egregious, it wouldn't have civil service rights, of course, but they still would have like they're like an unclassified type of situation, which we also put something in the MOU to justify us being able to represent unclassified employees before they're asked to be leave. No more that kicking the door in and giving you a phone call saying we no longer need your services. So
let's back up. So you said about for the employee new orientations to not do the video or clip from the union.
No, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
What I'm saying was it didn't make sense that if they're on 6 months probation and they can't be in the union,
okay,
why do we need to be at a new employee orientation? See, it kind of, you understanding my point? They can't join until 6 months later. Okay, but we do need to be there. We are a union should be, according to the MOU that we're proposing for PACE, is that we're part of your benefit. The ability, just like Aflac, just like Quack Quack, just like anybody else. Don't get me started with that. But it's a benefit that they have an opportunity, and so they should be able to join as soon as they, you know. Now, what that looks like as far as representation, we got to work that out.
Yeah, we got to get on this. Our insurance, our benefits. We got to have a conversation about our benefits. I was calling Prudential earlier. They changed the name again. I didn't even know.
Because the city don't never invite us to the table when they're looking at vendors, quack quacks. You know, they don't invite us.
I like Aflac though. You just don't, but I do. I like Aflac.
So they do right by me. Everything you touch. Ain't it color purple?
Yes, it is.
Okay. But anyway, what else? So we're working on now raises. Everybody was asking me about raises. Okay. So what I've gathered right now, we are going to get a 2% increase COLA, cost of living increase. Okay. Also, that will be coming as soon as it's approved. The budget is passed sometime later on in the budget year, but we'll be getting that. And probably it will be retroactive to July 1. You know how the city does. The other part is they're going to continue with the premium pay. That you get that $500 a month, which is broken down to $250 every pay period. If you actually come in to work, you have to physically work. So some people were saying that employees were upset that we come in here every day, and because I take a vacation day or I'm out sick one day, you take a percentage of that away. It's not fair. Well, we didn't set the rules, and we don't know if that's a, you know, we talked to Commissioner Norman about it, if it's a federal mandate, if that's just a city. I kind of missed that answer, but I'm going to recircle back around because it does make sense to me. If you're going to give me $250 every pay period, if I call out sick one day or I go on vacation because I'm about to lose my vacation, I've been to work all the time and I got a lot of vacation I can take and comp time I can take, and then you cut me back, what's the sense of that? You either gonna give me something or don't give me nothing. You know, don't give me something and then take it back, being like a discipline because I'm out sick. That's another reason why people come on in this work and they sick because they don't want to lose their money.
Have our COVID numbers went up?
I've heard now, allegedly, I've heard through a friend of mine that works for Emory or used to work for Emory, that the number generally is going down, but in certain areas it's spiked up. So we're just going to tell you guys out there, COVID is not going away, and we don't know if it's ever going to go away. Still try your best to do social distance and wear your mask and clean your hands. You guys, come on. You know, I know you finally got the ability to not wear your mask, no more mask mandates as of yet, but use some common sense, okay? Cover your mouth when you're coughing, wipe your hands, keep your insect, just keep it going like it was out there, okay? To help save some lives, to help save
And yours.
of course. I wear my mask all the time. Even going from when I leave your house, going in my car, put my mask on. I don't know, that's just me. I would probably be wearing my mask forever, ever, ever.
It's natural now to wear it.
Yeah, it's like my car keys and mask.
Mm-hmm.
Pocketbook, car keys, and mask. Gotta have it. So let's be safe. Let's look out for one another and our family members.
And if you are sick, if you're sick,
what you do?
maybe think it might be a sinus infection. A lot of times, most people think it'd be sinus. Just go get checked, especially if you're still reporting physically to work, because it's possibly where it's possible it can be COVID, and where it might be a sinus infection for you. I have underlying health issues, and it might not be that for me. It might be COVID or the flu. I don't want to get COVID. I don't want to get the flu. I don't want to get pneumonia. Any of those, any type of upper respiratory, they're horrible.
And
So,
you be open to more, because I used to wash my hair every morning.
oh yeah, no,
I don't do that anymore. Not since pandemic or COVID. If I'm gonna wash it, it's gonna be at night, because I don't want my pores open when I come out. And you gotta be careful how you take showers. I don't take hot showers anymore, real hot in the mornings. I take like a lukewarm, because I don't want my pores open if I know I'm going right out, because you're susceptible to take in with your pores open. So this is a lot of things that you gotta be. Take vitamin D, take vitamin C.
I take my vitamin D
every day. I mean, that's not keeping you from catching anything, but at least it'll help put your body in a good defense against some stuff. And we pray that that we continue, that we stay healthy, to bring you the good news, whether good or bad, and have this podcast. Keep us in prayer as we work for you, the president and the vice president of your union, that we're here to work for you. We also want you to keep in prayer even our regional office that has people that's working for us for you. So, it's just a thing that we just have to be mindful of. So we're working hard, and want to give some shout out to one thing, City Council. Oh, and Mayor Dickens, when he had his Employees Day. I went in. You know what? Now that I think about it, I should have, but I didn't.
What?
I forgot. I walked in there. I was so elated to see all that food that was sitting on the table. He had all kinds of goodies on the table.
It was a restaurant aside. Right, a barbecue place?
No, it was just, he just had water and chips and it just inviting. You know how you walk in the store and you see stuff just lined up on the shelves and stuff. I wanted to grab and put it in my pocket. How you doing, Mayor? Well, let me tell you about this. And then I forgot to get something when I walked out the door. I'm thinking about it. Mayor Dick, anybody out there, have him send me a grab bag or something, snacks, please. Just a little bit. But it was cool. I liked it. I think he needs to do it again. I just think that, that was his first time. Shirley Franklin did it once before, but she had Mayor's Night Out with employees separate from Mayor's Night Out with citizens. So this was all together. It was kind of all together, because there's no way that he can get a lot of stuff done in a little small amount of time when you got to mingle. So just my suggestion that he may think about the next time, have one for the citizens only and then for employees only. He probably would get a lot more in. But I was appreciative of being able to get in to see him. We had a lot of members that went in to see him. Some wore their pins, some didn't. But I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to do great. Keep up the good work. I think, we got to advocate for what he wants to have done right by employees. So that was good. But other than that, shout out to council, because they wanted to make the departments to be accountable, to start doing quarterly assessments of certain things, which definitely I think strives from E911 definitely to see what's going on with staff and attendance, that kind of stuff, where you at. Also, definitely want to give them a shout out for requesting doing an audit to find out who's eligible for that premium pay, and the ones that's not getting it, they should get it. And my request would be to retroactive that back to January 1. We also, PACE is also asking that at the end of the premium pay cycle, when it stops, if it stops, that we're asking for the city to look at making that $3.12 an extra hour into the people that are eligible for the premium pay that goes into their salary going forward, permanent salary. But we have to make sure that we don't have a class suppression. So we got to look at everybody. We may even look at changing some classifications structure the way it is. This union is definitely looking at having increments restored versus salary ranges. Salary ranges should be where you can negotiate your salary for the position that you're in. And normally that's a higher ranking employee that can hire and fire, or those positions that are recognized by the mayor to not to be able to be in a union. And those only are people like in law department or financial, where they may, certain positions. So we're just trying to get back to the way it was and get some common sense going on back, and ask for yearly MOU training to supervisors as well, and management. That should be a part of the training in the new employee orientation.
I think they said they was going to start doing that. When is this 2% supposed to go into effect? This July, or?
So it should be this July, because normally they pay us 2 months down the road, but they backtrack it, retroactive. So we'll be able to hopefully. When is the next finance exec meeting?
I want to say next Wednesday.
We need to be there, and but we'll keep bringing you information and sending you out emails, about what we know to keep you informed. But we got the Twitter account.
Yes,
you're getting PACE alerts to your email. If you're not seeing anything with the links or anything from us, we've been sending things, so that means we don't have your email address. So please forward it to me or Ebony so we can put you on our database list. What else we got?
Any comments, questions, concerns you have, just keep sending them to us. And not after you already. I talked to a young lady yesterday, and I know it's probably about the 5th time I've said the same thing. A situation happened on her on the job with her, and she had been handling it herself. Oh, so she thought. And then she reached out and said, hey, and then by the time they reach out to us, it's a rush, because now it's gotten to be a little more expensive than what it started out to be. So I told her, hey, as soon as it happened in the beginning, send an email, just a heads up, so we're in the loop. That way, everybody can keep tabs on what's going on. But by the time you've already handled it yourself, and that's what she said, I thought I could handle it myself. But it's not gonna. Now she's not getting the response. She's not getting anything but the cold shoulder. So
if you are in this union, do not attempt to handle anything by yourself. Please reach out to us, because if you don't have a good leadership that's union friendly, or we have ways to handle that. Then they mistreat you. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for you to fight your own fight.
And I know it might.
You don't go to court and go before a judge without an attorney.
No. And then the good thing is, I understand it's a little agitating, because it might take PACE a little, or it seems it takes us a long time to get to it. But there is going to be a resolve. We just got to resolve on one situation. We'll know it within the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to even say anything to her until she sees something. But we getting a resolve, and this was back in January or February. So it's being done. Work is being moved. It's being done. You just have to patience. You just
because we can get things done more with sugar than salt, because we can always spray the salt. That's our last resort. There's no question about it. We can go in and boom, boom, bam. But we are now realizing that we have to make relationships, and to get what we need, because we don't have collective bargaining. We are operating under an MOU called Memorandum of understanding with the mayor to operate as a union and be authorized and recognized by city council and leaders in the city of Atlanta. And so you got to build relationships to be able to walk into the door, for me to walk in and be at the table wearing my union hat. I'm at the same level or higher as them. And
that's
not
hard
as
sometimes
it's
for
hard.
them to accept that.
Yeah, it's
A
hard.
lot of leaders can't accept that.
I used to wear my uniform when I go in. I realized that's kind of like keep it. So
Yeah.
now we
We
wear
wear
our
a
PACE shirt to make sure that they understand you're not talking to Gina, the employee. You're talking to Gina, the president of PACE and one of the national vice presidents of our national union. So please, in going forward, anything you need, don't feel, text us, call us, email us that you're having some issues. And don't forget about the $50 extra bonus that you get for everybody that you join up, new membership.
Exactly. Sure do.
So we give you that bonus. What we got in the chat room?
Hey, Gina, I know you mentioned the 2% COLA was approved, but any update on the 10% pay increase?
Yeah, we're still working on that. We're looking at that because, you know, I asked for all of that. Somebody with the council, I asked for the 10%, the 2%, the premium pay stand in your check. No more increase in healthcare costs for 2 years. Increments restored. I asked for a whole bunch of stuff, and we'll see what comes out of that. And we're still talking about it right now. My focus is to get our MOU established for what we want. Once we get that
That's going to be
audited,
the next what? Till the next mayor comes?
yes,
So
throughout
that's
the
gonna be
duration
around
of
for
all of the 4-year term, and hopefully city council would be part of that, but that's up to the mayor and the law department to determine if the city council will be part of that agreement or just the mayor and the union. Whichever, we want to go ahead and get that done and negotiating, because we're at the negotiation table right now about what we can have and what we can't have, and all of that is looking good so far. We'll be turning it in to Commissioner Norman by tomorrow morning. And that'll be our first draft. He will take it, look at it, do his checks and balances, send it to the law department, do their checks and balances, comes back to us, we either yay or nay, till we all come to a cohesive decision. Then it goes to Mayor Dickens, who will approve.
And everything pretty much is kind of set except the sick thing. That's the only thing.
No, we got a lot of other additional stuff.
Pretty good.
We got a lot of stuff in it that we're asking for that needs to be there. And so we will share that with you once it's approved, and start getting training. Each department will get the MOU, because we're asking for that training to be in the MOU that all supervisors and managers and department heads every year, just like sexual harassment training and ethics training, there will be a MOU training. That's what we're trying to do.
I had a question. Cost of living goes up every year. Is the 2%? 2% what? Is that going to cover the 2%?
The cost of
What do you
living
say?
okay, well, right now all we know is that the cost of living increase, COLA as they call it, is going to be 2%. Right, we don't know anything else at this time, but we will by Wednesday. Hopefully, the finances there, because we're getting down to the wire.
I think I mean it's next Wednesday.
Yeah, we got to make sure that we listen to the personnel pay.
2% every year.
2%.
I don't know.
Well, we're going to. I must apologize for being ignorant on that COLA type 2%, how that works. I don't know if it should be mandated every 2 years by federal, or the city is just doing it arbitrarily when they want to at 2%. We will find out.
But in our MOU, we would ask for something. Didn't we ask for something?
Every year, increments. It'll be 3 to 5%. What we're asking for increments, like we used to have. It'll be tied to your evaluation. And for those who don't know, we've been put on another task this union by Councilman Howard Shook for us to come up with a viable plan of evaluation. So this union is working hard to produce something to get something. So hey, it is what it is.
For those that are out there that wants to be a part of PACE, not just a member, but a part,
active,
working alongside with us, because we can use it. We're going to have our next meeting the 3rd Tuesday of this month. And if
Sure
you
that.
want to be, we have them on at 5:30, and it's on the computer, it's on Teams. But if you want to be a part of it, and you want to be a rep for your department, because it's better if we had somebody that we know that if you're a rep in your department, then you know your department better than we can. So you can speak for them better than we can. You can represent for them a little bit better than we can, but you understand and know it, or you can explain it to us in the best way. Either way, there is training that comes with that. So
And you be certified.
so you will be certified to be a part of the union.
And your name will go to your department head list. That's part of our MOU, to the HR commissioner as well, to let them know who is actually part of this union, the executive board. No retaliation, no triggers. We got all of that in the MOU, so we don't want you to feel afraid coming forward that you won't be protected as in the past. So I really believe that Mayor Dickens is not going to allow that. City Council is not going to no longer allow that. I think we're going in a great direction. So we really need your help, because Ebony is doing a lot. I overwork her. And then when I do chime in and do work, I stayed up till 3:30 this morning. You got that email? I'm very tired trying to finalize MOUs and putting in and this and putting in that. So we need your help. If you really, we don't need anyone to be scared. We don't need anyone to say, well, I'll do something, but I don't want nobody to know. Where are your pens? If you don't have a pen, we're seeing your pen. You need to be proud to be in this union. That's what we're fighting for. The more, the merrier. And you know, I saw Spencer popped in. Does he want to say something? Come back in. Spencer, if you want to say something to pop in, text us. Let us know before we close out. But I enjoy, you know, I don't enjoy being adversarial. I really don't. Some people think I love it. I don't. It gives me a heartburn. And then I go home and think about it. Yes. Bring Pop Spencer back in. He's trying to come in and say something. Hey, Spencer.
No. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Listen. I just want to, for whoever's listening, I just want to give kudos to you all. I mean, you know, y'all really put out some serious time to try to make the city of Atlanta better. I mean, you know, the city of Atlanta as a whole, which is a whole lot of people. And one thing you can't do is get your time back. So, you know, I just want to just give it up to y'all. I mean, for putting the hard work in. I mean, to try to make things happen better for us who's been a part. I've been a part of the city of Atlanta now for a long time. And I mean, you know, it's just it's so, you know, I think about how easy it looks, but knowing how much work you all put in the background. And I just want to give y'all thumbs up. Thank you so very much, ladies.
And so, and we appreciate you, Spencer. So this is what we're saying. Anybody with your talents, like you coming on, doing those little tidbits, doing it, that's adding more to our union. And anybody that has some talent out there that we're not doing, that would like to be a part of the website, keeping up with it, the Twitter account, keeping any talent that you have.
I can do a lot of things, but it's just,
man, we still work.
Time consuming.
Yeah, we still work. I'm a supervisor. Ebony's a supervisor, and she's a supervisor at E911. You can only imagine what she's doing and going through. And then the meetings that I can even be at a meeting, and I'm so glad that I got her on board, that she set a meeting. I was having meetings back to back with powers to be. Budget time is always busy. Don't get me wrong. But we have to represent these members out there that pays their dues, and we want to give them the best. So there's a lot of things, and it's fun. We don't have, if we can get the city as a partnership, Spence, we wouldn't have this much fight in us, because we all know the rules and regulations. We all know that this union pace don't stand for wrongdoing on either side. And one thing this union does not promote is doing harm to another member, intentionally or unintentionally. When you find out about it, we do not tolerate that. We have our own policies that we might start sharing with you guys once this budget is over and we can get some more. We start talking about this union pace, what we stand for, what we do, and what our rules and regulations are as being a member, because there is some But you know, so we need you, and we thank you for being a part of our podcast.
Snuck them in there.
You snuck them in. We
Grab
did.
them
And we always want you here with us.
Thank you so very much, ladies, and give it up to you one more time. And you all always, you never disappoint. Always do a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you. You have a good week.
You do the same, love.
So, as we wind up, I hope that we were bringing you some information. Today we were off the cuff. I like it better than the producer.
I don't.
She don't. She was so out.
He knew it because he said, "What's wrong?"
Because she's got to have everything so, you know, in order,
It
organized.
doesn't have to be in order. It just has to have some order. It don't have to be in order. I just need some order. She doesn't. I do.
I just talk because I know what I'm talking about.
That's fine too.
But I'm getting hungry now.
But you-
One more thing, too, before we go.
What?
Just a reminder. Anybody out there that knows somebody out there, I want my barbecue plate from Tyler Perry. And I want Mayor Dickens to send me a grab bag with some snacks in it.
Because she stay hungry.
I'm hungry. God, can I eat? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't get high. Can I have some? I don't play basketball. I just play cards and Monopoly. Can I eat? No, don't you
I
say
didn't say
it.
nothing.
Don't you say
I
it.
didn't say it.
But
I
I
didn't say
do-
bingo.
I,
I didn't say it.
I do have
I
a
didn't say
bingo.
it.
I do have a bingo. I have bingo on my phone. I play bingo by myself. But anyway, you guys, as we bring today's show to an end, we anticipate that we have been a beacon of hope to some entertaining and have been able to shed light on all things in the city to you that are listening. We thank you for tuning in to Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together. And tune in next week as we continue to fight the good fight and be a part of bringing the good back to the city. You are welcome to share this episode, City of Atlanta. And if you're not a subscriber already, what are you waiting for? And you keep scrolling. See, this is why I don't like being, what she say, in order. Because she keeps scrolling the thing up like this, and I keep, okay, my Virgo is acting up. When you leave it still, I just like to say bye.
And don't be left in the dark.
At least I said don't be left.
Please
in the dark.
don't be left.
Can
in the
you
dark.
get some enthusiasm? Okay, don't be left in the dark.
Don't be left in the dark. Join Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together. To stay up to date on city news. If you are not a member of this elite organization, PACE, Professional Association for City Employees, you can join now. You send us an email for electronic application. That doesn't take long at all. Which takes about a couple of minutes. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be the best $16 you ever spend. Make sure. Send it to either one of us, both of us, it doesn't matter. Again, we thank you for listening to Radio Connections with Pace, where it all comes together, and we will see you guys next week with more city news.
And fun. Don't forget, check the movies out. Tag us. Let us know what you think.
And if you're cooking some soul food, tag us on
Where I can come get it. Where I can come get it. A
tag
plate.
us on Twitter, or anything that you're doing that's for the month of June. PTSD, you guys want to discuss, talk about it, share your story.
Yes.
We want to hear it. You might be a blessing to somebody else, and you don't.
And you know, if you write it into us, we can read it. You don't have to give your name.
We just want to
And
hear
we'll
it
talk about
so
it.
other people can
Yes.
benefit from it.
Love y'all. Thank
See
you
you
for
guys
tuning
next
in.
week.
Bye-bye.